she said, stop at Floyd's store and get me a twist of Red Ox tobacco. And I got her some Red Ox. Said, tell your mommy to make some coffee and put some sugar in it. We got down there where the little mule was, and she took that twist of tobacco and squeezed the juice out of it into that coffee. Got an RC bottle and filled it up with that. Got right astraddle that old mule's neck and shoved it down in her jaw and made her drink that whole bottle. That old mule raised up with her on her neck and she fell off in that sand, but it didn't hurt her. And she never laid down the rest of the day. I said, what was wrong with her, Bet? She said, she got the bots. I said, what's that? She said, worms. And you could give a mule or anything a plug of tobacco and they'd eat it, buddy. One time, Sylvan, my cousin, lived up on the hill from us there. Granny sent for me and him to come up there, and we went up there. He'd come on a storm that night and blow the tree down on the fence, and Uncle Will's cow got out and hit the mountain over there. And there was a weed growth in the woods. They called it stagger, and they'd eat that, they'd kill them. And Granny told me and Sylvan said, go tell your daddy to go get a half pint of moonshine and come back. Me and Sylvan tracked her from where she went out way up the mountain and almost back to where she left from. We found her laying down. Come out and told Granny she was still alive. Granny said, go get your dad and tell him to go get a half pint of moonshine. He'll know where to go. And she made some coffee, some eggs in it, raw eggs in it. And we went up there to get that cow, and she said, put a rope on her, don't let her drink no water. And we poured that down, and she got up, and we had to wrap that rope around trees to hold her. She'd drag you, buddy. We got her out of there and put her back in the pasture and fixed the fence. 2 weeks later, she had a calf. That whiskey killed that staggerweed. Him and Matt one time was picking raspberries up on the hill where we got the Ponderosa now. And they caught a rattlesnake and brought him out and put him in a box. They built him a cage and put a screen over it. And we pranked with him to his mean. He'd go by the box and he'd sing at you. And we went up there to Tots one night. There's a church above the road, old building still, some of it's still there where it's rotted down. There's a guy named Brad Shell preached there. And them boys took that snake up there. And they wouldn't take the lock off of it because they was afraid if it bit him, he'd get them in trouble. So the church was going on, and Brad went over there and stomped the screen out and got that rattlesnake and undone his necktie and put him right down in his shirt. He didn't bite him, but I wouldn't have done that for nothing. Boy, he's smart. He knows several languages. He'd use language like we do. He'd say no sweat like we do sometimes. He come to work one morning. He said, Sergeant Turner said, my baby girl died last night. I said, go home. You don't have to work today. No, that's good. He said, that's good. And he's always out smarting me up in the middle of the day. He said, let's go out in the jungle, dig us up some shrubs so we have some shade someday. I couldn't drive off today, so I went with him. We went out and he dug up a few little bushes. We started back into town. There's 2 guys by the road. He stopped to pick them up, and I said, no, don't pick nobody up. He said, no sweat, Sarge. Said, these guys buried my baby today. He didn't go to the funeral. He stopped and let them off in town and gave them a few cents apiece. Nickel and that was paid in.